I'm still trying to get a CAD file of the mosquito, so I messaged them and they messaged me on Twitter, but I don't have the CAD file. So, but I really want to use the mosquitoes for something. Either that, or it's going to go on a Core XY or D-Bot, the D-Bot that I'm building.
What's the biggest Mr. Belly that you've printed so far, Martin, or seen any?
I kind of want to push that hot into the limits because like being able to print Peak and Ultim
See you, Brian.
and polycarbonate like easily. Well, I still need an enclosure to print any of those, and that's probably going to be more the limiting factor.
Oh, he's starting to.
Is the enclosure, so.
Is he wobbling or?
Because the heat zone's so
I'll tell
tiny.
you what, as small as that is, it's actually coming out really well.
Let's see what else. Sorry, I'm not doing much.
I can't tell if he's wobbling or not. Definitely a little bit of flex to it. There he goes. He's done.
I'm probably not going to be that productive tonight now that I'm answering questions. Oh, hey, Matt just finished his little print.
Mr. Belly from 3DP Iceland.
Oh, that stringing is so bad. But, I mean, for a $100 printer, that's not bad.
That, I think, is supposed to be the
that could be tuned out. Huh.
Let me put the camera down.
Oh, sorry. We're watching two different streams. Anyway. Oh, hey, you did it. Hey, John. Wait, so... Oh, okay.
So there
are you guys both on both streams?
So the...
Like, I don't want to...
here
I don't want to take away from Matt's stream.
We're supposed to say 3DP Iceland.
I feel like I'm doing a commentary stream now of his stream, because
it's supposed to say Mr.
I'm definitely not doing anything productive here.
Because I scaled it down, the 3DP Iceland logo is kind of hard to read.
Oh, okay.
That's probably.
Well, I'm glad you guys are subscribed to me. At least have notifications, because besides I shared it on the,
the name sticking out.
Twitter, I think.
The logo goes inward, so that's what.
That's
what it's supposed to.
Yeah. Be. So just to recap what I'm doing.
Not too bad. I mean, a little bit of stringing. Let's see how he comes off the build.
I ran.
Just like that.
I ran a 5-conductor ribbon cable through the whip here.
So there you go, my very first. Oh, I don't have all
that's for the BLTouch, and I'm breaking that out.
Belly.
I added the printed bracket.
Bit of stringing.
That I forgot the guy's name, but essentially he designed a really well done upgrade bracket for the JGAurora.
There we go.
I forgot the bracket at home, but I printed a bracket that holds the fake BLTouch, and that's gonna mount here, right next to the fan, and then it has adjustable pegs or screw holes here, so the whole thing can be adjustable for
but there's not much to them either.
The probe offset can be adjusted, and then in the description he gives the offset for the X and Y offset for the BLTouch and the nozzle, so I can just put that in. I have the community firmware already loaded on here, and I haven't upgraded the LCD yet, but the LCD has a community firmware. I still got to take the base apart.
That printed pretty well,
and I got to solder.
To start with, I mean,
got to solder the fans.
Tuning to do on.
I pulled the fan wires, the 24-volt fan wires, separate. I separated them out of the bundle. So I cut off the original. Actually, when I took this apart, it pulled the wires directly out of here.
Probably not.
This is the original fan bracket, which is really impressive. This just blows my mind that they can make kind of stuff like this for really cheap. But this just clips on there, and so the end was already M2 screws.
Build tack cleaned up pretty well. No scrapes on the build tack except for right there.
And they have really cool, like tiny little fan shroud thing that I probably will upgrade, but it's all held down by like one screw, and it has a little slot in here.
You can see I was digging in a little bit there, so this corner.
Hey, is my stream cutting out?
Otherwise, no marks on the build tack. They're the probably knockoff build tack.
Yeah, let me know if my stream's cutting out, or even if you can get this, because I'm in a hotel. Like,
do something.
I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna suck. I wish I was home, but I travel for work.
Alright, so let's switch back to...
Cool, thanks. And I'm sure there's a huge delay, too.
Simplify.
So, actually, while we're at it, let's do this. I'm going to splice these wires. I'm going to clip it here, because I think there's plenty of room. These clippers are not sharp. They're not mine. They came with my work tool bag. Just invest in better wire cutters if you're going to do anything.
That would print on here.
So, I really miss my Leatherman. The TSA took my Leatherman Squirt, which has wire strippers built into it. And
that's Starship.
It's been annoying not having wire strippers on me.
Want to see something circular.
I'm used to like splicing wires all the time. Oh, hold on. My cable only goes so far. There you go. Wire strippers.
Oh, let's see.
And I'm sure these are like the smallest, like 20, 30 gauge wire or something like.
How is that
super ungodly small? Let's try 24. Sure, that works.
There's a droplet base.
24 is not that small.
Let's do this one. I haven't done a spiral.
Let's do tiny little strips.
See you, Walter.
Oh God!
I thought you said you were going to stay and watch.
Really, this is one of the. Oh, they use so small a wire. Why? They cheap out on their wire gauges, and it's 24 volts. So really, this probably uses like a few hundred milliamps, like a tiny amount of current. Because at 24 volts.
25 minutes.
Oh God!
Holy crap! 53 meg.
28.
400% benchy. Only if you're sticking around.
I'm not even gonna be able to solder that really. That's scary how tiny that is.
Going so slow.
Let's say 26.
Shouldn't be because I'm streaming.
I'm afraid of stripping the wires off of. There you go. Yeah, 26.
What's up with that?
26 gauge wire. God. Well, it is just a fan. I mean, it's not. I don't know. Just don't go any lower than like.
400%.
Don't go any lower than 24 gauge on your wires. Actually, don't go any lower than 22 gauge on your wires.
Yeah, let's do the lower.
Just for safety. And for sanity of the person assembling it.
47 kilobytes. That's bad.
It's just like surface. It's like doing surface mount, like 0204 surface mount stuff on your boards. Like, why? Like, if you have the room, just make it bigger.
You want? Oh yeah, I'll do that bigger for you, babe, on the CR10 and the mermaid filament. Okay, let's. Well, I guess. Shit.
Let's see.
Scale to max. That low poly version's ugly. Yeah, the build volume of this thing's kind of tiny. What other ones are there? Okay, so I'm gonna add this real quick to collection.
I ate too much pizza. I should probably eat easier. Hey, Michael Caswell?
Okay.
Castle.
Let's go back and see what
C-A-S-S-E-L. Okay. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. But anyway, welcome.
Twisted gear lamp.
Thank you for joining my live stream. This is like one of... I've probably like 2 months since I did any videos. But, you know.
Tiny printer.
This is actually a good setup because they have a secondary table that they put underneath the main office table on these like hotel rooms.
Yeah, that was
so I could actually wheel it around.
Version of it.
Oops.
Let's see how big
oh no!
it is.
My bag got stuck. Anyway, I have a Weller soldering iron. That's a 60 watt. You can get them at Fry's. They're like like $30. and they're DC powered.
It's almost the right size.
So you could technically
let's get rid of Mr. Belly.
So my tool bag's messed up. Essentially, it's this. It's a Weller soldering iron. Super tiny. I also have a battery-powered Heiko.
Max.
Hold on, I'm gonna go dig in my bag.
Change this to base mode.
So for work, I have pretty much every basic tool that I can think of.
0.2. Should we go 0.2 or 0.3 layer height?
I'm probably making a huge amount of noise too, throwing around tools.
Yes.
But
1 hour,
everybody else in the hotel room is making noise, so why not me? I have a lighter, so I can do heat shrink. Hopefully there's no smoke detectors. Oh, there is.
Okay.
Oh, I'm fine.
It is only a 0.4 nozzle, so...
Yeah, I was going to be soldering in a hotel room with no ventilation. You know, safety. Safety first, kids.
I'm going to say a...
Oh, I have one of these.
75% first layer.
I have flux. I have solder, mystery solder.
Repair.
I also have
1 hour,
the holy grail of solder, lead solder.
Whatever.
So I can breathe it in. All that rosin.
Need the memory card.
I have metric Allen keys. I have a really nice Pros Kit crimper, except for the dies fell out of it. I have a square ferrule crimper, these are totally cool. Man, where's my
print
tips?
Low poly rose vase.
I got a bunch of boxes of random parts.
Okay, we're heating up. I kind of want to do this in a different filament. Let me go see what I got.
So I have some wire, but it's kind of a thicker gauge, and it's not standard color. I have pneumatic tubing. I also have really heavy gauge wire, but it's because I need, if I'm ever running, my CNC machines that I do work on for work are they're running 220 volt, 480 volt, like 70 volt DC, to the servo drives. Stepper drives are running like some crazy amount. The whole machine runs like 30 amps at 220 3-phase, so you could just break that down to how much power these things are using. The spindle alone is some of the spindles are like 12 horsepower out of a, and they're going like 24,000 RPM.
Let's do it in Repcord white.
Oh, this is going to frustrate me if I can't get my tip. I put the tip in here. I really should go through my tool bag. I'm going to go organize it because it's going to be really frustrating if I go to a customer site and I don't have my... oh, man, okay. I don't solder much though. Like, most of the stuff on our machines is crimped. So, I'm usually crimping wires. I could crimp these, but I don't have a splicer.
Oh, hurry up.
I also don't have any, man, this is annoying.
One thing, because of the gaps on this extruder, that this thing definitely will not do.
I'm gonna go through each and every tool and put it back and take an inventory of what I got, because I can't really show you what I'm doing. Here, let's see if I can show you what I'm doing. I have a tool bag on the floor.
Hey, look at that. Pooch just joined in.
Whatever I do, I end up on the floor anyway, so. Wiley 3D, I think I've seen you on some other streams.
Well, that's printing pretty quick so far. That was the skirt, so I mean that printed faster. But
electrical tape, that's useful. I have feeler gauges, like a set of feeler gauges, and they exploded everywhere, so I have a bunch of feeler gauges. Oh, you gotta have one of these. These are Molex, a Molex removal tool for the Minifit Junior. Yeah. Like I actually, you know what?
$100 though.
I'm gonna do a video of what you should have.
For the
like all the electronic stuff you should have for 3D printing, like your tools.
To get it to even print, it took me almost a year till I had the time to actually get it to print.
You know, obviously it's personal preference
here and there. This
is
nice to have a printer for $100.
Especially if you ever worked on the Artemis. Some of you in the audience, so you can get these dies.
This is actually one of the bigger.
So you buy the the crimper gun, the crimper tool is like $40, and then you can buy these interchangeable dies. So this one is for the standard, like
I think it's
the standard
500 grams.
I call them spade connectors. I don't even know what they are. But if you ever worked on a Rostock Max, a CNC, it's these little like spade connectors. You gotta crimp those, but it's nice to have a ratcheting,
100 millimeters,
a nice ratcheting system. Oh my god! I think it's my bag exploded because I didn't put stuff back like I should have.
And then the other spools are quarter, 250 gram.
Man, being unorganized really is a drawback. And I'm normally not, but when I do my job, I'm trying to get it in and out, fix the issue, and then leave. So I kind of am in a rush sometimes, and I throw everything in my bag, and then it creeps up on you, and you're like, where did that tool go? Oh no, I don't have that tool anymore. I must have left it somewhere. Man, this is making me sad. I do have an alternate for the soldering iron, though. I have the Hako over there. It's the battery-powered one, and that does have a tip on it. The problem is I need AA batteries, and I think those are drained. So I'm pretty sure it's going to take forever to heat up and probably not heat up and give me a bad cold solder joint. So, I might not have a choice though, because I don't think I had the tip for this thing. So the good thing is though, I can just go buy a Weller tip at Fry's and have a new tip on me.
It is crap.
I really need to
I don't even know what
take care of my tool.
Today. All I know is
box.
As soon as I walked outside, I started sweating immediately. That's my humidity gauge.
Always have JB Weld on you. Like, yeah, this is not the quick set stuff. This is the long set, so it's 6 hours. 6 hour
I can
cure
speed
time
it up directly.
But like, if you need to fix anything,
100%.
it's either this or just have a 2-part epoxy. But JB Weld works really well. Yeah, I don't like.
Take it a second to
I usually take my time and do it right. So I got some black 26 gauge. No, not 26. This is probably 18 gauge wire.
It is kind of a loud printer. I don't know if you guys can hear it printing or the CR10 back there whistling along.
It's weird because I'm actually watching. I'm listening to the math stream while talking to you guys. So if you want to go over and check out math stream.
How'd that printer belt come along, Pooch?
I think he's doing a test. He's doing a test. A test print right now. So, I love it. The TSA sending me little friendly notes that the TSA looking through my bag, like they're gonna really find anything. Oh no, he has an unorganized tool bag. Oh my god. I don't even know what this stuff goes to. This is the pin.
That is a printer that I'm really interested in. I mean,
man, I messed that up.
The fidget spinner craze.
So there's like a little like spring-loaded brake or stop that goes on the crimper,
like, crank out
and it got in the way, so I just took it off.
One after the other.
I don't really know why you can't just crimp with, like, I don't know, just some blue wire. Random assortments of wire.
Okay, let's speed that
for
up.
no reason. Oh, even better is I have random screws and bolts and stuff. I think that all of that came to the same crimper, and I really just want to get rid of the crimper and put a different die set in my box. I also have a Milwaukee screw gun, and then I have screw extractors.
As she can. Seems to ignore the speed settings.
Can you hear? You can hear Matt through my headphones?
Up.
You shouldn't be able to. I'm assuming it's going through my headset. Huh. Okay, hold on.
Hey, Wiley's 3D, or Wiles 3D. Not sure how to pronounce that. Which is interesting that that's his.
Oh, I know why.
Seems like it's going a little bit quicker now.
Okay.
Because when it does some movements, it does it pretty quick.
It's because you're hearing the PC audio.
Let's go 200%.
Give me 1 second.
It's actually coming out pretty good at that speed.
I'm using XSplit, and I don't know how to fix
she's cranking
XSplit,
away.
so hold on. Persine audio, here we go.
Hey, Craig's 3D printing.
That's not it.
Only I could get the exposure down. There we go. That looks a little bit better.
Okay, let me know if you hear him now. I'm using XSplit because I can output my stream to a camera source to use in Google Hangouts. That's the main selling point. The other one is that it does have some, I don't know, the interface is kind of nice. And I also paid for the year, so I might as well use it. I also do a stream for Robot Combat, so on Twitch. So for me, having like a good scene switching capability is nice, and it seems to run pretty efficiently. It's using GPU rendering. I don't know.
She's cruising.
But yeah, let me know if the audio is better.
Faster?
I can't really see. I can see the little microphone peak.
Firmware will let me go faster.
So, but I don't think I hear Matt anymore, or I don't see that you would hear Matt.
50%.
The source audio, unless I can. I don't know if there's a way to remove.
There it goes. It's just stepped up the speed. We'll push it a little bit at a time here. We got a decent bit of a print here going.
Okay, so
I'll push it up a little bit and then I'll push it up again.
Is that I'm missing?
Right now we're at
the tip to my soldering iron.
250% speed.
That kind of puts a damper in my.
It was supposed to be 100 millimeters
soldering, except for. Well, I found my 6mm socket.
Damn, look at that thing go.
So now I have 2. Awesome. Okay. I have sandpaper.
250%.
Because I've had to, you know, engineer
at 200, and I've
stuff.
bumped it up.
We use these really nice SMC
Yeah,
on our
improves.
CNC machine.
Crap.
We use SMC
It's looking good.
SMC air solenoids that go in a air block manifold, and
let's go 300.
They probably are really expensive. I don't know. I don't use industrial pneumatics, but it's amazing that you can have 100 psi switched with a tiny little solenoid that's like that big. So there must be some airflow magic going on. God, there's a lot of junk in here. Yeah, but I mean,
it's kind of hard to tell in this.
I work in a lot of warehouses, and like, you know, there's aluminum chips and plastic chips and dust and, you know, bugs and spiders, and it's like some of these places don't have, a lot of them don't have air conditioning. Oh man, that's annoying.
Ramping up in speed.
Why can't you disable system audio?
Yeah, still maintaining temperature.
There you go. No system audio. Is that good? But tell me if you can still hear me, and if you can still hear Matt, because I disabled system audio. I'm trying to be entertaining on this chat. Well, entertaining as in I'm responding. Well, I do stuff. Oh God, where did this come from? This is not going to look good later when I look at it. No, so right now I'm going to go back to my Pelican case toolbox when I get home, and I'm going to make sure I buy and have all the tools that I need for my job, and then I'm probably going to go and figure out a standardized set of tools that I need for 3D printing. Because really, I needed like an electronic, like a wiring kit, basically like all the crimpers and stuff I need, and then like screwdrivers, and then all my like wrenches and Allen keys and hex wrenches and stuff. Okay, good, thank you. Yeah, I had to figure it out. Yeah, you just come home and you're like, you smell like oil or grease and a mixture of sweat and sawdust, and it's actually a really good feeling. Especially, you know, American manufacturing has kind of been kind of sucky in terms of like outsourcing and automation, and you know, labor costs and anti-union and all that stuff. So like, it's kind of cool to be able to be in the industrial environment in the U.S. It's just, you know, work conditions kind of probably have gone downhill, but you know, at least we're only working, you know, 12-hour days, 7 days a week. You know, at least we have time to, you know, see our family and sleep. You know, people aren't dying on building bridges anymore, or at least not as many people. So I have my deep weld socket, so it's gone. I don't have a soldering tip, but fear not, I have a Heiko that probably is not going to work. Oh, and I'm stretching. Okay. So the Heiko FX901. This needs if I had a LiPo battery, like an 18650 for this, there's a on Thingiverse there's a upgrade kit for this. Basically, it's a printed battery case that accepts 18650s, I think. So let's get it hot, and we'll use our flux, and we'll get our solder here, and let's get the smoke alarm to turn on. and get my